Guys, I'm going to discuss a little bit about the new GoPro Mission One coming out. Very interesting specs on that. 1-inch sensor. So this is kind of what I was looking for, like an action camera with a 1-inch sensor. But this GoPro with a 1-inch sensor, it's interesting, right? That's Mission One Pro GoPro. So we'll see. It might be overhyped because, I mean, we already have a 1-inch sensor in the Pocket 3. It's, obviously the sensor's probably not going to be that much better than what the Pocket 3 is going to be capable of, but it does do open gate, 8K open gate. I don't know if you need 8K, but you can crop in that way, and I mean, we'll see. I'm very intrigued by it because that's what I was waiting for. Like, I like my Action 5, but to go up to that 1-inch sensor, I'm like, yes, that's it. And it's a 14mm lens on that. So I think it's an intriguing option to look at. So we'll see where that goes. A quick little action cam that you can just kind of use with a 1-inch sensor is kind of like a sweet spot. So like a DJI 3, Pocket 3, or Pocket 4 maybe, But even if you got a Pocket 3, that's a 1-inch sensor, so you got the gimbal, so, and it's, in low lighting, it's probably going to be better than the GoPro because you don't have to worry about the shutter speed and all that for stabilization. But the GoPro action, in action scenes or regular scenes or underwater scenes, that's going to be the way to go. At least it takes that equation out because the last GoPro really didn't have anything on the Pocket 3 except it was waterproof. And then the 1080p, I believe, does like 960 or something like that. So that's kind of intriguing. So something a little more fun, something you can have fun with. Another one we're talking about with the interchangeable lens. Not really interested in that so much. I would have been, but it's not autofocus. It's manual focus. So you take micro four thirds lens, you can interchange them, which is great. Problem is, it's a 1-inch sensor. So there's a huge crop on, like 2.5 times crop. So then you're cropping a lens. I mean, you need such a wide lens. I don't know. Plus it's manual focus. So, I mean, that's more going to be like photography kind of thing, if you ask me. I mean, because you have to go like a 4mm or something like that to get wide enough. You know what I mean? But anyway, let me know what you think about the GoPro. And let me know what you think about this Viltrox lens on here. Again, this is a heavier setup than the Pocket 3. And definitely a heavier setup than I'm sure the new GoPro will be. But if you get a 1-inch sensor, if the aperture is good enough, it's good enough in low light. I mean, do you need to have, this weighs on your shoulders. Even the ZV-E10 too, with as light as it is, it's not as light as an action camera or the Pocket 3. I was thinking, well, if you have one or the other, they're both 1-inch sensors, do you need more than one? But they feel kind of two different things. You could use the GoPro for vlogging, like the Pocket 3 in most situations, if it is what it says it is. But you'd also be able to use it in water, in travel, and if it's still, it's compact. It's got the screen is bigger. It's like about the same size as like the ZV-E10 screen, almost like 2.4 inch or something like that. So it's bigger than the 1.4 inch screen. So it's almost double the screen size, which is what we need, Yeah, I'm interested. I'm interested. I see what the price is. We won't know till I signed up on GoPro. You can go on there and sign up, and you'll be the first to know. It says the pre-orders aren't even until May, so we got like another month to wait before we can even pre-order this thing, or to order this thing. And you get like 20% off the accessory you put on it, like it makes it more like a camera. But I don't know if I'm interested in that. I just want it more like an Action 5, but with a better sensor. To give you the Pocket 3 image to kind of bridge the gap between what you're looking at now and what a regular action camera. So it would be interesting to see how this works out. There's a fixed 14mm lens. So how's the stabilization looking? Putting this bad boy through GyroFlow and making it happen, guys. We are making this happen. My arm's killing me, by the way. This is not what I would do. This is not the way I would do it, probably. all the time, because, man, you get used to the Pocket 3 or the Action 5 for a while, and this is like, I'm getting my shoulder workout today, right? I guess that's a good thing. Let's do this. Let's do this. Gotta do the speed walk. Got a speed walk here. I'm testing the GyroFlow in 60 frames per second here, because I'm shooting at 60 frames per second, guys. 60 frames a second. I'm going to be testing this GyroFlow on to make sure it still works at 60 frames a second. And it's generally right now around 125 shutter speed, so I'll see if it still allows me to stabilize it without issue. But 60 frames per second, I thought, yeah, why not? A little running test. GyroFlow this up. Get a little jiggles. Jiggles and wiggles. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Slow that down. Slow that down. All right. There you go. GyroFlow test. There it is. Obviously, if I don't stabilize this, is going to be an absolute disaster. Absolute disaster. But GyroFlow, man, it works great. Forget, I was into the Catalyst browse, but it does degrade the quality some, which YouTube probably ain't going to make a difference really, but I mean, GyroFlow, one, it's faster, and two, it doesn't degrade the quality like that does. So it's a double win. So how's this looking? This is the autofocus on the Viltrox is really good. I've never had an issue with it yet. This is some pretty bumpy terrain here. Hitting the railroad tracks. Probably not the best place to be standing, but some cool visuals going on here. So got people looking at me like I'm crazy. This is the fun part of doing what I'm doing now. They're like, who is this weirdo with this camera? And that's the one thing about like a little Pocket, the DJI Action 5. You know what I mean? I can just whip it out. It's a little more discreet. You know what I mean? It's a little bit more discreet than this. Let me know what you think. If it stabilized it well, I think it did a great job. But I haven't looked at it yet, so. But anyway, guys, let me know in the comments below what you think about this new GoPro. Something you might be interested in, or just total pass. And the Pocket 4, maybe something you're interested in, total pass. Pocket 4, I don't know if it's going to be big enough upgrade, but for the action cam to go up to 1 inch, that's next level. It's the first one to do it. And it's open gate, 8K. So you have those options. 8K might make a little difference if you can crop in. If the sensor's good enough. Worth a shot, worth a shot. So, all right, let me know, guys. Hope you have a great day.